Capricorn, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for mid-September. We're going to take a look at your recent past, your current energies, and what you may not see coming. Let's first get a little barometer of what the frequencies that you're swimming in for the rest of the month through the angel number oracle. Let's see what kind of numbers are coming up for you. You could be seeing these the rest of the month. You could already be seeing these. Consider these confirmations for the energies that you could be facing or have been facing. 666. Ooh. Big period of reflection, especially whenever I see 666, and it's not anything to be scared of, y'all. For me, it's romantic energy. It's how you could be reflecting on some sort of romantic situation, because it's about love, affection, compassion, kindness, self-love. So there's some developments that are entering into your life, and they're impacting how you feel, Capricorn. Spirit is saying these are happening because it's a chance for you to reevaluate your identity, and that you need to make a mental shift towards greater optimism, self-assurance, and trust. You got to put your faith in your inner voice right now, in your gut, moving forward throughout the rest of the month, and pay attention to your feelings. Okay? The more you access how you feel, the more you're going to feel more open, and it's like an energy that when you're in your heart space, it's available to you, and it allows the energy to flow much better. For we are vibrational beings. When you start flowing through the mind, it's like walking on glass. Was that Eurythmics song, or was that, God, what's her name now? Walking on Broken Glass. I forgot her name. Sorry. But you know who I'm talking about. Very popular singer for the Eurythmics. But it's like walking on broken glass when you move through life when through the head. It's almost like, and I think you've been learning this, the more you really tap into how you feel about a situation and express from that place, the easier things flow for you. I think that's a lesson for us all, Capricorn. 0909 indicating new beginnings. So that was 666 if you want to see it. And then we have 0909. I almost said 999. Look out for an opportunity that might be a game changer. You know what? A lot of people are getting this new beginnings because of the eclipse. We're wrapping up an old, outdated cycle, right? It's like, the lessons have been getting hammered in for the collective. Something is coming to an end here in your leveling up, all right? As far as whatever you had to learn to embark on the next journey, you're wrapping up that cycle, integrating the lessons. Closing the old chapter, a new adventure lies ahead. 0909. And then, you may have felt like you're going through some sort of repetitive cycle. I'm getting that it wasn't with the same person, that there were multiple people in this cycle that allowed you to understand how to communicate better, because there was a repetitive pattern, repetitive circumstances. And it was a truth, I think, that has been revealed at this point. And what it all boils down to is when we go through these repeating patterns, basically what it teaches us is that you need to live life for yourself. And when you make that change within to expand and grow beyond the pattern, the world around you follows. So you're breaking patterns here, Capricorn, and you're wrapping up the cycle of whatever pattern that you felt was on repeat. And now you're at a new opportunity here. And it looks like there could be potentially, for those of you who are single, who've been learning through relationships, that there's big love coming, if that's what you're seeking. That's really highlighted in that second card. All right, now let's start talking to some animals and see what they have to say, Capricorn. And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Capricorn. Can't forget, Spirit, through all things, our higher selves lead the way in the spirit world as well. And look at that. What did I tell you? When you drop into the heart and you pay attention to how you feel, this is grounded presence through an open heart. Look at that. He's communing with this hippo. He's sharing his emotional wisdom. He's giving this hippo compassion. I actually saw earlier today over my coffee a group on boats, right? When you go out and you do whale watching, a whole pod of whales. One in particular had all of these barnacles and it was bothering him, and he came up and the boat workers started taking him off, and then the whole pod came, and a slew of people were like petting and hugging and kissing. One bald guy like rubbed his head up on the whale, and I'm just like, I don't know why, but I got emotional. And it's just like our interconnectivity through that spirit of love is so vital right now. And I feel like you've tapped into it, or you have the potential to tap into it the rest of the month. Allow the wisdom of compassion to move through you for all things. I mean, look at him. He's smiling. They're really embracing here. So embrace the love and the sweetness that you have in your life. You've learned, you value a new level of emotional intelligence now when it comes to listening to how you feel and acting accordingly from that place. All right, now let's go into the recent past. The sun, Capricorn. I love seeing this. This was in, who was this? Oh, I want to say, was it Aquarius? I can't remember who this was. Someone else had this in this placement. It doesn't matter. But here's the horse here to tell you that you've been building up inner confidence. You're rising up. It's time to praise yourself a bit here, Capricorn, especially with whatever you've been conquering, that pattern. There's happiness and joy here in the recent past. We have the sunflower, a lot of light coming into your awareness. Some of you are headed straight for a commitment, or you're working on just appreciating what you have. Four of Wands can sometimes be a commitment in your life. This is your home life and feeling like all is well. This is the current energy. So there's something being highlighted around your home and feeling safe and welcome there. We have the grasshopper here in the, there you go. I don't know if you can see that little grasshopper. So this is about blessings, a feeling of abundance, joy, what you don't see coming. Wow! We have another major along with that sun in the past. Wheel of optimism. You got some sort of destiny unfolding here. It feels like it's like if I felt like when you're in the heart of this cycle, feeling pummeled, it taught you to open up your heart. And I think that's what you learned is like, I gotta stay so connected to how I feel. And you reach this beautiful place of energy, of lightness, of happiness, of joy, of abundance. And this is awesome. Let's see what the Mystic Forest Oracle has to say. But I feel like you have a more positive outlook moving forward now, and you're excited. You're excited because it's like you've conquered some sort of endless cycle in your life. Let's see. This feels like big energy. Let's go here. Trust your feelings, which is exactly what I was saying. You gotta trust how you feel, Capricorn. You are unique. Your destiny is waiting for you to write your story and pave your own path. Follow your heart. Don't let others dictate who you should be. Follow your heart, Capricorn. What's the zero in on me peeking in? There we go. Look at that. You see how the light is enshrouding this woman standing there? It's like you became vulnerable to you. It's like, I feel like a lot of you have been doing important inner child work and honoring that part of you that maybe you were so critical of, that it made you respond to life from more of I'm going to be logical about everything. And then you get so disconnected from actually feeling things. In a way, I mean, it's not that you weren't feeling things. It's just there was a deeper layer there that you could access if you removed, what was in the way. And a lot of it comes down to trusting yourself. Look at you in this beautiful energy, Capricorn. Wow, I am so excited about that right now. Let's get into the sun's energy. We're going to clarify these as well with more tarot, so stay tuned. It's the sun energy. The horse is saying, rejuvenate yourself. I think you've been doing, this year I've been reading, a lot of you have been spending more time with self-care, self-love, doing deep inner wounding work, giving yourself a lot of that support within, not trying to neglect that part of you. Know your limits and allow them to guide you. Limitations can teach you to take better care of yourself. You have full permission to rest and say no. That's what you learned in the past. You learned that it was about you making yourself feel better. If you were going through any kind of health burden, you're now in this position where you're feeling like things are stabilizing. Four of Wands is a very stable energy. You learned how to make yourself happy. Spirit of life. Remember, you are never alone. The spirit of life is with you. The world takes care of you. Allow yourself to rest in this realization and feel the lightness in you. Everything became lighter. Look at that. She said, it's like you found some sort of deep river, some current. And that current is the source of life. And now you're spirited. You got a pep in your step. There's some sort of spunk in the Capricorn collective. You've turned a corner from something. Leading with that authenticity. I feel like there's a lot of curiosity and playfulness going on. Perhaps some of you do have someone that you're communicating with and you're feeling optimistic. Let's see. Make room. Create space to welcome positive change into your life. Let go of everything that doesn't align with the future you are creating. You got positive change, Capricorns. I'm going to take this one. All right, let's clarify this King of Cups. This could be someone around you, but I think this is more reflective of you and the happiness that you have found within yourself. You've taken great care and consideration of your needs, giving yourself a lot of unconditional love. This second half of September, you're entering into a beautiful space. With the Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity to invest in something emotionally. What is this? Ooh, and it's lighting you up. You're moving forward with confidence. You could have a King of Cups coming towards you, or you are going toward a King of Cups. What do we have here? Trust your feelings, Cap. Ooh, this is something. I'm getting a vibe of, I might want to hold on to this. This feels good. Yeah. Some people think the Four of Pentacles is stingy, but it's right by the Ace of Pentacles and the Chariot. So look at that. I'm telling you what, it's like, I love this feeling. I'm empowered. I'm in control. You might have a new work opportunity here that you're investing in and you're trusting it. It's like, oh my God, you've got this beautiful marriage between your outer reality and your inner reality. And when that's aligned, whoo-wee, it is like the best. It's the best. You're gaining a lot. Oh, I heard some beeps. You've gained confidence on your path, especially around how you operate at work. You could be getting some sort of promotion, some sort of advancement. You're making moves. And I feel like it's a feeling because all of this is clarifying the King of Cups. If this is about a person that you're opening up to, I feel like you're like, I'm not letting this one go. Not letting this feeling go. Nope. No. It's like, also it's that current of receptivity when you're really in touch with your feelings. And I think you're like, I found it. I found the current of my heart and I'm not going to let it go. Because earth signs, you can be more pragmatic, more logical, and it doesn't allow you to always tap into that feeling center as you go about your days. And there's something beautifully, I say delicious, about the lightness you have found in trusting your feelings and moving through everything with your heart open and ready. Oh, Empress. Okay, we have the set. Okay, yeah. You had something come into the past and come into your life in the past. You maybe even were embodying this really beautiful energy of fertility, abundance, Empress. You're in some sort of in the past. This feels playful to me. I feel like the energy got really, you went through a period of doubt and maybe you realized where your limits were when it came to what makes you happy. I mean, these two majors, this is a glow up for sure, Capricorn. Whether you're male or female, don't get lost on this. We have a man and a woman too here. So whatever sexual identity you have, this is also about you integrating both sides of you and seeing that mirrored out in the world. There's something that you're learning to trust in a new beginning here for yourself. I think that you have met someone or are about to meet someone and you're perfectly aligned to receive it. You just have a little bit of trust issues still to clean up from the past. Now, if you were already in partnership, again, you're trying to have more trust and faith in what you are building or about to build. and trying to take things from a lighter purview. Gosh, that is really gorgeous. Whenever I see the Sun and the Empress, it's just, you're in a period of harvest. So in the past, I think you started to turn a corner where you recognized that you were harvesting delicious vitality and expansion and openness, joy. But I feel like most of it was self-derived. And I think that might have caught someone in your web, Capricorn, who was like, I want some of that. Yeah. Now we have mutual reciprocity at the bottom of the deck. Look at that with the Fool and the Three of Pentacles. You have aligned with something, and now it's just a matter of don't go so fast toward it with the Chariot. Take your time. This is also cool your jets when it comes to investing in anything new. And also, you don't have to prove anything. Just be you, especially whatever new opportunity you're investing in the second half of the month. Be you. You don't have to rush into anything or prove anything. All right, I'm going to say that twice. Yep. I think you were having difficulty perhaps trusting in a new beginning coming together. You had maybe a Tower of Awakening in the recent past around a new connection or a new job opportunity. Yeah, this is about self-trust now. You've learned that. I'm telling you, you conquered some sort of pattern, Capricorn. This is beautiful. Ooh, look what we have here. The Emperor. 3 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Ooh, interesting. You see what I'm seeing? We have the Emperor and the Empress with the 4 of Wands. I think whatever's distancing you between you and this person, because now I think they're in your current reality or about to be. Some of you have a long distance love here, and you're working through the woundings that inherently creates. Others of you, you're trying to work through a little bit of distance that brought up emotional distance, that brought up a little bit of distrust. You're working through the woundings here between you and this person. Gosh, there's great potential here. Great potential. We have the Sun between you, a little bit of trust stuff, but a spirit of playfulness. I think that this is someone that you want to learn from and not be... Here's the thing. When we have a lot of wounding, we can project a lot onto other people. I'm not claiming you do that. I'm not claiming they do that. It's a two-sided street here. It goes both ways. So I think both of you are owning up to like, yeah, I've been through some stuff, right? I mean, I got some wounds, but I'm aware of them. Let's not like avoid them. It's like, this is a spirit of distancing yourself, not wanting to brush up against someone's wounding, but also trying to ground at the same time in a very stable long-term energy. So because if I didn't see this energy with this, I would be a little worried about the future of this connection. But honestly, I feel like whatever's coming up, the two of you have what it takes to handle it. As long as you're pausing. It's like you learn from something in the past around how you relate and had that delicate dance of getting to know someone, not assuming anything, growing and learning. There's a determination too. A lot of you are trying to figure out the circumstances of how do we bring this together. You're figuring it out currently, and you're trying to make room for this positive change in your life. I think this was kind of unexpected. This is unexpected, an unexpected shift in your life. Maybe you didn't expect to meet someone or feel like this is a really good person to invest in. This is an elevated love. Whatever this is, it's just there's some kinks that you're working out around the wounding and past stuff that I think has nothing to do with either one of you. It's just you're both coming to each other. Yes, yeah, I've had a rough road. Yeah, me too. And now you're making room and you're allowing the wheel to turn with these changes. Well, that wanted to come flying out. Yeah. You know what? I think you've realized that when you put up barriers and you act defensively, which that is, but it was in reverse. Awesome sauce. You realize, these came out in reverse. You realize that when you do that, you disconnect from your own fulfillment. So you know what, Capricorn, I think what you've learned is, you know what? I'm going to try to respond from a place of openness and receptivity, trusting my feelings, expressing myself, not projecting my wounds on anyone, owning my triggers, responding instead of reacting, making room, space, right, for the feelings to come through. I think you've been learning. Oh, well, this is what it feels like when I'm in ego. This is ego. Arms crossed, especially coupled with the 7 of Wands. And then not in ego. It's like you're dropping the ego here. And you're making room for this beautiful change in your life. I think that 2 of you know what it's like to respond to each other with ego. What does that bring? Unhealthy communication and life's fated endings. That's what you've learned. It's not this case here. I'm just reading into what you've learned here, Capricorn. It's valuable. This is the difference between a healthy relationship and an unhealthy relationship. It's transformed you. 100%. I want to get a little bit more. Tell me why the death is here. Ooh. Let me see. One more. For the death, the 8 of Cups. The King of Swords. Oh, okay. This is a past person. Yeah. That's what you learned. Here we go. You had a past person because you're showing up as the Empress here. Male, female, doesn't matter. You could show up as the Emperor. You choose. You have a divine counterpart here. You're telling me that you had to walk away from someone else. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, right? And this person, it was all logic, no heart, right? There was some sort of emotional unavailability between both of you because it served both of you at the time. And you can tell me I'm wrong about that, but there's degrees, okay? It doesn't mean you're completely emotionally unavailable. It just means both of you exhibited some sort of emotional distance, and you learn from that. When you align with that energy frequency and you call someone in and they exhibit it too, you're both now in partnership, trying to understand the blocks within you to love, pure, unconditional, the freedom of expression of love. And I think what you've done, Capricorn, is you completely transformed the way you approach love, the way you attract love, and how open and receptive you are now in your heart. Oh, there's something that you've healed. This is amazing. You did it. You did it. You did it. And I think that you had to walk away from someone in your past that I think that this is why they came in, was to help you heal this pattern. This is profound. I just saw 222. You've been reflecting on this. You've been learning from it. The whole ricochet domino of this King of Swords or Queen of Swords, whoever was a male or female in your life, the whole ricochet was for you to learn what it was like to connect so deeply with your heart by loving yourself and really leaning into that part of you through self-care, self-nurturing, and self-healing. Only then can you remove the blocks to real, true, divine union. And now you're calling it in. You may be opening up the rest of this month to actually being like, I'm ready now. I know what it means to be open to the perfect alignment. It's not about the perfect person. It's the perfect alignment within you that attracts it. And then you build it together. And you damn well make sure and discern whether that person has what it takes to build something healthy. And I can go on for hours about what that could entail. Someday I'm going to do like a coursework around developing healthy relationships because I know a lot about them. And it's been a passion project of mine to understand what it takes to be in a healthy relationship. So you've done a complete inner transformation, Capricorn. And it's astounding. I think you've had to emotionally let go of a past person where you both operated from ego and you both had to go through an ego death. And now you're calling in an emperor or empress. I'm amazed. I'm bewildered, delightfully bewildered here because you have created space to welcome positive change. You let go of that past person because it was not in alignment, because you weren't in alignment when you called it in. It's pretty profound here. You broke a cycle. You broke a cycle, Capricorn. Congratulations. You graduated from that class. Amazing. I want to give you, we do this with my dog. We just taught her this treat command. High five. We make her jump up and she does it. Both hands. It's so cute with her paws, her front paws. All right. What's the advice here? What's the advice for Capricorn? You stay in alignment, sweethearts, with your heart. 5 of Cups. Yeah, I think that you've been through a sad time, a period of grief. I think that you had real genuine feelings for this past person, but you needed to experience it. You called it in. The Empress just poked out. Yeah. And I think maybe some of you have decided, okay, I'm going to open up, I'm going to date, but I want it to be with the right alignment. Others of you have been, whatever it is, as far as calling in new options into your life in the second half, whether it's in love or career, and you've been going on releasing a paradigm of being overly logical instead of heart-centered, more pragmatic. You're wanting to work and build with someone, and not from a place of confusion and sadness. I think that you've come out of a cycle where this is what I predict happened. You may have gotten so hurt at some point in your love history that you started to shut down. And then you still were in relationship, but it wasn't deep. And then you were like, why don't I feel connected? Why do I feel rejected? When you actually called people in that mirrored you. And because there was a self-protection there, it's almost like an invisible barrier to receiving the love, even when you're giving love. But it's like, it's not going as deep as you know you want and need, because you're not as emotionally available to yourself. See, it's kind of twisted and distorted, but that's what happens. So I think that you've had to release a lot of that inner, disconnect, the inner disconnect. And now you're opening up, and you're needing to make a decision this month, I think, around a new person coming in. I'm just curious. I'm curious. Tell me more about, we'll say Emperor, Empress. Tell me more about this connection. This is new. It's a new beginning. Just don't rush into it, and trust your feelings, and keep your heart connected in this. Keep it open. Ah! All right. You know what? I'm going to take them. These three, they said, are the most important. You're marching through after a major transformation overhaul in your energetic frequency into a Four of Wands situation that you're going to hold on to. We got repeating cards there. You're going to hold on to it. And I feel like this is past stuff. Yeah, there's the King of Swords, Queen of Wands. You had to abandon it. It wasn't right. It wasn't right. No, it wasn't right. And I think perhaps what you realize is if you rushed into something and you made all these assumptions, like, oh, this is it. This is it. You learn from that. You learn from it. Or if you rejected someone or they rejected you and they were totally logical, they were really emotionally unavailable, you had to really go dig deeper. Why did that happen? Why did I sign up for that? Why did I choose it? And I know it's exhausting work when we really go deeper, but it breaks the patterns, y'all, so you don't have to keep repeating it. The same hurts, the same, hardships. And so this person coming in, Spirit just backed it up twice. So let's finish this off with a Sacred Forest Oracle. You've been reflecting on the patterns of your heart, and you've learned so much, Capricorn. I am so proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all. Whatever abandonment wound this triggered, and whatever, if you had a tendency to rush in and make all these assumptions about someone being the person for you without maybe getting to know them properly and slowing it down, you've changed. Flow. You gotta let things flow. You right? Flow, man. When I'm getting that vibe of, God, who is that? I can't remember right now. Maybe it'll come to me. It's a character in a movie. All right. Flow. All right. The dude. Something about that. Anyway, when life presents you a meandering path rather than a straight shot to a goal, you can feel frustrated. You might bemoan the fact that the path seems aimless and roundabout and that you can't see what's ahead. On the other hand, you can just enjoy the voyage. Look at that Merlin right there. If life right now seems to have some sinuous curves, bends, loops, and turns, don't despair. All is as it should be. This card is suggesting that you relinquish control. That's another thing. When we control outcomes and we control and we modulate what we give, what we receive, and we start overanalyzing it, it chokes the love, y'all. This card is suggesting that you relinquish control to the path forward and just see where it takes you. You don't have to have all the answers to succeed. You don't need to know what tomorrow holds to have an astounding future. Simply sit back and enjoy the ride, Capricorn. You'll get to exactly where you need to be for your highest good. The spirit of the meandering pathway says everything falls into place when you don't resist the flow of the meandering pathway of life. Allow the path to take you where you need to go. Don't hurry it or resist it. Simply let go, surrender, and enjoy the journey. You are making room for destiny to unfold after a period of withdrawal retreats. You could emotionally release a past person and come back into balance and realize, hey, boundaries are good. But if you become overly logical about love, you don't feel the love. You don't exchange the love. And so I do believe you've got a new investment to make in a new person. Okay? Get ready. Take care.